Lee Deok-yong from NBC News.
The very one that shows the history of CES. The chronicle of the scene right here. I've just written this in the West Hall corridor about how the scale of the exhibition shows the history of CES like this. It seems like this is the first time something of this scale has been done to showcase it. Over here it states that since 1924, it has been a key player in innovation. Isn't the history of the CTA now 100 years? Commonly, CES has been since 1967. The first CES held in New York is considered a history of CES. But this year is 1924, the 100th year. Caught one here, which is called RCA in 1919.
In the United States.
Radio Corporation, the fisherman known as America, later also started producing TVs. That's right there, this thing called RCA, this national, from the Radio Association in 1924. Zenith Electronics first made the radio here, so it was America in 1924. In a way, a place that first made something for the radio, directly to CTA, that is. The history of CES starts with the first radio, and in 1927, the first radio station was established in Philadelphia. Broadcasting waves, thus these aspects, viewed as a historical site. So in 1937, this place became the dawn of consumer electronics. Talking about automobile radio, it's about putting a radio in a car for the first time, or records back in 1949. Yes, things like making records. Here you can see that the color TV was first made in 1954. You will see the history on site, no?
The 1900s, the first...
A telephone, that is, it can be seen as the first telephone available for the general public. Next, if you look here, you will see the history made by Philips Electronics. At that time, you could see places where compact audio cassettes were seen, right here, if you could show it like this above. And you can see here, it finally came out in 1967 in New York. Can you show us the screen up there? That was the first electronic show with concealer. At that time, it was held in New York at the America Hotel and 2 other hotels. And in 1968, the mouse was developed. And finally, in the 1970s, floppy disks. In 1971, our vacuum tube teas changed to electronic teas. Then, 75 years later, right there, the personal computer, they call it the R-tier. The R-tier 8800 was displayed right here. In 1977, finally, Apple. This is the first time the CES event was featured, right here in 1977 by Steve Jobs. The Apple computer.
First to debut was the
match
Apple II.
For the first time with Virginia. Subsequently, in 1978, the venue shifted from places like New York to this location. It was held twice a year until starting from 1978. The very site where it first opened in Las Vegas dates back to 1978. You can see it like this.